can give the eye name, and what the eye actually works, within Rastafari. Yeah.
Greetings. I am Samora Philips, officially. Once I was called like Kush over the last few years, I am really. I am an agriculturist and thing, Presently, I am doing beekeeping. I am affiliated with the Rastafari Studies Unit, in which I am, assisting in managing the apiary at this site. I also have my own apiary where I deal with bees and things and looking to expand. No, my works and activity in Rastafari, have included, works with the Rastafari Youth Initiative, in which, we try to foster, energize the youths, cooperation with the elders. We had various things which we try to push the positive characteristics of the youths and Rastafari livity. We had a Kush camp where we had young youths from the age from 5 to 14, 15, 16, coming in, Rastafari cultural experiences, instructions in farming, art and craft, musical activities, and the general, academic rudiments, elementary and up to, the secondary level, where which we have various teachers coming in, Rastafari representative. We had cooperative from the Social Development Commission and so on. We really went out, wrote plans and so on, seek collaboration and funding. So those are some of the things. Also, the Youth Initiative, my involvement saw we working with the elders in making our presence felt within the Nyabingi, tradition. We sought to assist ones and ones, within strength and so on. For instance, we assisted in building, a dwelling for Marshanti down by Scottsbars because she was in a bit of a stress situation at the time, and that we thought that we could do that so as to alleviate, ease some of the burden she was going through at that time. Along with these things, I and I as youths and going through the trad, we had hiking, we tried to Blue Mountain and things, so we have mobilization, we go from, roots to roots, town to town really, from T Valley to Arnett Garden to Portmore. Then we have sporting thing where
but did you go all around the parishes of Jamaica?
Yeah, we went around the parishes. We had mobilization, social interaction where we had sporting activity, youth play football, reason up, cooking, spicing, baking, puddings and these things. So really, start to
engage in the
the youths and the elders, uplift the Rastafari movement through, enhancing our livity, and entrenching it, teaching it, and showing the glory of it to ones and ones, from the youth to the elders. So I for myself now, I was also involved now in farming initiative. I was a coordinator at the farming initiative within the youth initiative activity, where we go through and we've been seeking the most appropriate land to the cultivation, having make some collaboration and interaction, ones at Muta Baruka. You have other ones now who try to assist with getting lands and them thing. So eventually we got some in St. Catherine, and I as youth.
How much land was it that you
that was the land that we got. It was little under 2 acres of land.
Yeah.
Right? And that whole activity, the whole cultivation, breaking the land, that occurred around about 2009, because Youth Initiative started gathering from 2008. Right? And,
from where it started up?
Well, it's a gathering of youths, from most various, mansions of Rastafari, generally the Nyabingi, youths and youths, our general gathering grounds was country farmhouse.
Okay.
Give thanks to Ras Imo and think facilitative ample, well positive in pushing, the runnings and think country farmhouse, is a entity now, business entity within Rastafari where the soya product and them type of way there, we have So we did them, what is it now? We had general gathering, ones were encouraged, you know, full of vibration and thing, and ones gathered and so on. And we really, through the reason, through our general harmonious vibes over faster, you know, really came to certain decisions and things. So the farming was one of it. We went through, we got the land, we got some production going through the unified effort of the youths. Once at one time it was over 20 of the youths on the land. Each one of I and I, you know, working together. We had spice going on, once and once cooking sip, you know, once and once cooking spice and thing. So while that going on, the work's going on. Even the daughter them and sister and the princess them, they were present with us. We give thanks to them, you know. Many ones and ones, you know.
Volunteers.
Volunteers,
yeah.
you know. Aishi, you know, Sister Dan, you know, Livity, Empress Ifia in Africa, all these ones, you know, Sheun, Rasanjo, you know, all the ones, Emil and the ones, you know. Yeah, we really give thanks. All the ones, you know, Born God and all the Emperor and Cyclone. So we really give thanks. You have ones I call with the Emperor in them. Even some of the artists them chat through and them way, you know. Joke Lion, them ones say. So
you're really getting a big support.
Yeah, them activities there, you know, within just moments gone now, cause that, you know, from 20 up to 2010 we were quite active, and so on 2011, 2012, yeah, you know, because part of what happened is that we came to some level of production and thing, and we needed now to become more formal. We had proposal being written up, we went to the IDB and so on, and the title of the land became an issue, so we had to start looking other more formal lands and so on. So that sort of, you know, challenged the energy a bit, but all in all the youth initiative still remains, you know, active, objective and things. The energy has been dwindled a bit, but the aspiration is there and the commitment is there from, you know, ones and ones, you know.
So
right.
So from a Rasta point of view, you see, how do you see this these projects widening really island wide, or just one area you're focusing on?
Well, I see the projects, you know, one facility the other. Rastafari really, you know, we live and we work. It's really a livity. So looking at this beekeeping project now, which is, you know, our key focus at the moment, you know. We have this AP right here. We have started from 2014 as a collective. This is the Rastafari Beekeeping Association. So, and it's a part of our outreach program also, in which we went out to youths and youths within the town. You know, Augustown being one of them. You know, involve them
in the Kingston area.
In the Kingston area also. Further areas like even Arnett Gardens, out by Patrick City and so on.
Yeah.
You know, up by Dallas Mountains and so on, and by the Blue Mountain. You know, we really pull down the youths then, knowing that beekeeping is very productive and it has a long history, particularly with Africa, particularly with Ethiopia. You know, we were very inspired to push this energy, you know, and you know, part of our knowledge and understanding of the history of beekeeping and Ethiopia, give thanks. You know, they have made a tej, you know, from the fermenting of honey, a lovely honey wine that they have made. They, you know, they are some of the earliest beekeepers, you know.
Have you been into Ethiopia?
No, I haven't, but I really look forward to being there quite soon, you know.
Okay.
I am very interested in furthering my beekeeping experience, you know, seeing if I can get quite involved with beekeepers in Ethiopia, you know, and see how I can learn from them and share what I know out here in Jamaica and thing, you know.
What about other parts of Africa?
Well, I'm very much interested in other parts of Africa. Just at Ethiopia, you know, I have sentiments here, but all Africa, believe me, from Ghana to South Africa, these places are very interesting, very vibrant, and we have no hesitation in, you know, interacting, moving, being in these spaces, you know, getting positive activities going on with our brothers, because beekeeping is one thing, it's facilitative. Once you do beekeeping now, then you start to think about, you know, the trees and the support systems for the bees. So
The
the ecosystem. So immediately orchard becomes part of the concern.
Yeah.
Fruit trees and so on.
Well, but the bees are gonna feed upon,
Bees
yeah?
feed upon, and and we as a people feed upon, particularly Rastafari people who seek to accentuate, to highlight the natural way and existence of earth, which consists of the fruits and the vegetables and the nuts. So
you are doing this from the
from both
UWI.
from UWI.
This is your base. This is the base in
Yes,
which
this is my corporate base right now. Is at this base here, University of the West Indies, 22 West Road. It's facilitated by the Rastafari Study Center.
Okay.
This is one of the subset of activities they have to facilitate positive, productive activities of youth and youth within Rastafari.
So it's there for once they can come in and learn more.
Yes, it's here for once to come in. What we have. That's not bad. You can.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on.
All right. Yes, give thanks once again. So, right now, we generally have meeting at right here, University of the West Indies, 22 West Road, and we have meeting on 6 to 8 every Mondays, and we have general meetings once a month, the last Monday of every month. Now, right here, these are some of the colonies, the hives of the Rastafari Beekeeping Association. We have quite a number of them. This is what we are seeing right now is a collective approach where it is from the general strength and effort of the individuals, that we build these boxes and we advance the whole numbers of the bees by involving technical inputs and growing them, from a very few amount, from just about 7 of them to up to 40 colonies right now. So
how long did that take?
Well, this took us 2 years, but and it must be observed within the background that it's a collective approach, not one with a high input of resource at the outset. So, given that and the rate at which we have progressed, I think we have progressed at a reasonable level. Also, there were things happening with beekeeping in general over the last 2 years, in which the environment, there has been drought and so on, so that would have also affected the rate of production. And so where we are right now at West Road at the University of West Indies, this is in St. Andrew. Now, this part of St. Andrew within the city area, it's alright for keeping bees, but it doesn't give you a general, predictable flow. So you have certain areas which are opportune. They are the prime areas to keep bees, and they are those areas in St. Andrew. This really is actually acts as a nursery spot, and it does has good potential because there's good forage on the campus. There is a huge significant stands of ackee trees, there are mango trees, there are fruit trees, and so on. But if we were to focus on a commercial side and a focus of doing bees, we'll want to be in areas more closer to the Blue Mountain, more closer to the Stony regions, and more closer to the Rockall regions, because those areas have a greater diversity of forage and level of moisture for the bees.
All right.
So,
yeah, man. I like to say thanks to the eye, and how long has the eye been doing it, and how long has the eye been at the uni?
Well, all right. I myself, I have been officially trained by the Bogle Research Institute. That's within the Ministry of Agriculture, right? I got a 6 months training. That's separate and apart from me having a degree from the College of Agriculture, Science and Education. So all of that has advanced my interest in beekeeping. But specifically, I've been at beekeeping for the last 8 to 9 years. Right, I've started officially. It's 9 actually going into 10 years. I've started officially from 2008, where I bought my first 2 colonies, from my trainer. And from that, I have been building and I've been advancing I've had good yields of honey, particularly in Augustown where I started out keeping bees.
Yes.
And now I have bees in various parishes such as in St. Catherine and so on. And I have been managing bees in other parishes, you know.
So you're encouraging the ones and ones to get involved in the honey?
I'm really encouraging ones and ones, particularly Rastafari amplers, both youths and elders, to get into beekeeping because it is a very vital industry. It's very productive. You have honey being produced from the beekeeping, you have wax and you have pollen. All these things are vital to the productive sustenance of I and I as a people, you know.
Yeah.
Pollen is known to have one of the most rounded source of protein, amino acid. It has over 90% of the amino acids that needed by human being, you know, I and I for our consumption.
Yeah.
So, you know, right away, pollen is extremely healthy, you know, and it's easy to deal with while dealing with beekeeping. So it's a good incentive to get in for I and I as a people, you know, the productivity, the health aspect, you know, and the way it can advance us, you know, our whole well-being and, you know, way of life.
All right. Like I said, thanks very much.
Rastafari, I live. Give thanks. By Ethiopia, you know? Rastafari.
Nagusa nagas Tena histile. Glory be to Jah Rastafari.